about living in Lagos. So that's won't die. Do you understand? Well, that's
conquer Nigeria. We're going back to Nigeria.
Hey guys, good afternoon. It's afternoon over here and welcome back to my videos. So first thing before we even go into the video, if you aren't subscribed, go and click the red button down below. It's completely and totally free, and I'm sure you're gonna like the video, so don't forget to leave the big fat thick thumbs up, share to your friends as well, and all of that jazzy stuff. So today's video is, I don't know if you can see it in my eyes, I'm tired, I'm underslept, I'm stressed, I'm unhappy. It's kind of like a rant video, and I don't want to really say inspired, but I watched ETETIM's video where she did this video called "I Regret Moving to Nigeria." So some of the thoughts she has are this exact same thoughts I've been having, and I've always wanted to do this rant video about Lagos. So it kind of gave me the boldness to be able to sit down and just like talk to you guys and clean audio. It's really the truth about living in, I wouldn't generalize and say Nigeria, but it's really the truth about living in Lagos. So
Hey guys, so my name is Ndatse. I'm a Lagos-based blogger and YouTuber, which is the same thing. So I've been in Nigeria for a total of 9 months, I think 9 or 10 months so far, and I think it's now the right time for me to tell you guys my experience. And
okay, so I've been back for 5 months now. Let me give you guys a bit of a backstory. So the backstory is I've lived and worked in different cities, and I know a lot of people that be like, oh well, you grew up in Nigeria, so stop acting so fancy. My best friend once told me that, she's like, why are you acting so fancy after you grew up in Nigeria? Growing up in Nigeria, where you have your parents responsible for you, doing everything for you to make sure you're comfortable, it's very different from when you're now like getting to adulting and you have to be the one to take care of yourself and be responsible for yourself completely and all of that jazz stuff. So please don't even bash me with that stuff. So it's also the right time for me to tell you my experience.
if I like Nigeria or not, I know the title says I regret coming back to Nigeria, and that is fact. Like, I do, because
She said it. Like she really went there. To be honest with you, like I said in the beginning, I'm not trying to sound pretentious or anything. Coming back to specifically Lagos is kind of a shock. Like there's so many things that you don't need to put up with.
yeah,
That the country makes you put up with.
and they are basic things.
And they are basic things. So if you need to not put up with those things, you need to be extremely well paid or extremely wealthy, like constant electricity. You have to spend a lot of money to buy a generator. Internet problem. Why is it so difficult to have good internet? Like I have literally spent 24 hours uploading one YouTube video once. I was so frustrated. Like my hairs were falling out to keep your electric. Like it's really expensive having the basic quality of life in Lagos. So let's keep going.
Everything I planned did not work out. This is so weird for me because normally I wouldn't talk to people about exactly how I feel or my feelings
Same
towards
here.
something, but this is me trying to be fair with you guys.
Mosquitoes!
So
Another problem.
January of last year, and I came back to Nigeria May of
Your nails are nice, by the way.
as well. And the reason I
Tell
came
them.
was because somebody convinced me that it's possible to actually make my plans come to fruition. In Nigeria, all you have to do is have the right facilities, have the right people around you, and then have the money. And
Utopia.
yes, the person told me all these things, and I had somebody saved up and stuff like that. Ready, to conquer Nigeria. But going back to Nigeria, it has not been the same.
Come on.
I was going back to Nigeria.
I said these things. Like I was coming back to conquer Nigeria. The second thing is the stress. Like Lagos does not give you the opportunity to actually build your career alongside other things. It's very difficult. Because by the time there's so much traffic. If you're not in Nigeria or you've never experienced Lagos or anything, at least you must have heard of something called Lagos traffic. So before you get to work, people use like 4 hours to get to work. You have to wake up at 4 in the morning to be at work for 8. So imagine doing that routine. You don't come back home till like 10. No matter where you live, you have to factor in the traffic and the stress. So by the time you even go home, I remember in RAP, what I used to do is after work, I'll go home from work, have my shower, put on my makeup, and record my video, edit the video, and upload the video all in a day. But in Nigeria, like, I don't even think of doing any other thing on the weekday aside from work, and I just save my weekends for other things. So I can relate to that part. So when she was coming to conquer Nigeria, I was coming to conquer the makeup industry. I was like, girl, it's not even happening that way.
So when I came back to Nigeria, it was so fun. Oh my god, there was a lot of money. Literally, we were going to beaches.
Your friends will be like, oh my god, you're in town, let's hook up. You will have you will have like crazy fun. Like, let that, what's it called? Let that phase just finish.
Yeah, like that festival is so much fun. Like, there's so many things to do with us.
So the reason I remember vividly is because I think I went out with my friends and whatnot, and we ended up spending 40k on just the right, minus the meals that we had. So I'm just saying that Nigeria is expensive.
It's legit really expensive to go out every weekend in Lagos. Like, it's to go to, let's say, have meals with your friend. First of all, there is not really, even the fast food places like KFC are not cheap here.
Oh my god, you know a bucket of chicken wings?
Wings,
it's almost like 5k something.
5,000, like that's like, it's not cheap.
$15. That's a lot.
So even even what we know as fast food is still pricey. Like, it's the price of a proper meal in another place. Even ice cream here is not cheap. You can't imagine that to get one Cold Stone ice cream is 1,500 naira. Like, I mean, I know 1,500 naira is not really, it's not expensive, but it's not cheap. In UAE, that's like 300 naira worth of ice cream that they give
and
to you.
The thing is, most people in the comment section were saying things like, live within your means or manage all this. But all these things are like basic things. Like, outside, you just want to get an ice cream. Right?
And you get like a $1 ice cream. I always used to go for the $1 ice cream in McDonald's. Here, you will never find those kind of things. So it's not a question of living within your means.
It's not about saying, I want something extra, I want to be good.
Do you understand? She's not trying to live, or we're not trying to even live like luxury lives. You're just trying to do like normal. Ice cream is not. You can't tell somebody to live within your means because of ice cream.
Exactly.
So when I came back to Nigeria, my plan was to just straight up start a hair company. Probably that summer. Because I came back in May, the plan was to start a company maybe July.
Yeah, I was also clothing.
When I came to Nigeria, I had to do a lot of research. I had to check for my target market and whatnot because the idea was in.
Like, I want to start like a clothing company. I don't know, maybe if you're into this part or not. So basically I spoke to some stylists only for them to tell me that celebrities actually rent clothes sometimes. So I was like, I can't even sell.
Oh yes!
I was like, what the
Actually, now that you said it, it's so true because my friend has a clothing line and that's what the celebrities do. They rent it for their photo shoots and then they return it to you. People don't buy things to keep in their wardrobe or buy outfits for events. Their stylists rent for the outfits. So how are you?
So you can't even have like a luxury brand
here in Nigeria. And another thing I want to even add is the number one problem on somebody's mind is not really clothes. In a place like Lagos. I'm talking of the masses. I'm not talking of like people who are living well already. I'm talking of the masses. The number one problem on their mind is not what next fancy outfit to. It's probably like, how do I service my gen? My car is bad because the roads are bad. So how do I take it to the mechanic? So like, I can totally relate to what you're saying here. It will be a struggle to find there will be people that will buy your outfits actually, but that target market is small.
And the things that I actually knew that like the target market is really small, but then it got even smaller
when you started hearing all these things. Because those people you think will push your brand forward are not buying you, they're not patronizing you.
Because they know that there are other needs that needs to be met. So maybe my biggest mistake was the kind of company I wanted to start. I didn't understand Nigeria.
The Nigerian market.
I didn't understand that there really is no money for the average person in Nigeria, and yet there's so much money in Nigeria. Do you understand?
Exactly.
I got paid, I'm just going to say it out here. I got paid about 50,000 naira and a month. and that was for working 3 days a week. I was only working 12 days a month, and it paid 50,000 naira. I would say for an average person that is okay if maybe your
like
That's not okay.
no, that's what I'm saying. Like for an average person, if actually that's what average people
That's
are
not
being
okay.
paid for full time. You know, right?
Yes,
Yeah, that's why I was saying for part time, like it wasn't even so bad because full time they paid them 100K. So I was just
Okay.
like, yeah. So I was just like, okay. I mean, if that's because I did photography as well, I'm
Yeah.
photography, so I already had like a lot from there. The money from here was just for like for my transportation,
Yeah,
feeding,
and stuff.
paying.
You have to have multiple hustles.
This money is
Make
how
ends
expensive.
You just have to understand like how to be honest, I'm not going to like I know there are a lot of people that are suffering like and they're making less than 50K a month for a full-time job. But I feel like if you decide to do something with your hands, it's going to pay you a lot more. Because photography
True,
in a month, I
true.
could earn almost 300K.
True, even like makeup artists too,
Yes.
you can earn a lot of money, hairdressers and stuff.
Exactly.
But the thing is now, okay, let's say you have a career. Lagos is not friendly for you having multiple hustles.
Yeah.
Because there is no how, like your 9 to 5 already drains
Yeah,
you.
that's why when I came back I was working part-time. That's why you need to know how to
balance
everything. So that part-time, the 3 days I know is just work because you can't do anything like besides work. Then the other days was freelance.
I have to disable my phone apps.
Like somebody was saying, how are you spending that much? Nigeria is not expensive. What you have to like eat buka, stay this. I was like, what? I was like, what? Because it's not even about if you really want to manage, you can do that. But the thing is that like I just want to live
A normal life.
like you can buy 200 naira buka, you don't have to like railway. Like I
Let me tell you one thing I realized when I came back to Nigeria. I realized that there's so many popular people who are broke, but most of the celebrities, I've actually been able to talk to some of them, and
This is true.
maybe I won't say they are broke, but their bank account is not equivalent to what they are showing on Instagram. When I was in Hungary, that's what I believed. Because of that,
She speaks such truth.
just going to go and target market, they should be able to do this, they should be able to do this. But then coming back and actually being in the system, I realized that now most people are actually not getting as much money as they claim.
As you think they are.
And that just made me realize that
I'm not going to mention names. One of the biggest fashion brands here in Nigeria was telling me that like at the end of the year, sometimes they barely even make even. And this is the biggest.
You have to talk
One of the biggest. I'll tell you after. I'm just like, I was so shook because I look at these things. I'm like, at least we are growing like fashion wise and whatnot. But you just go to Arise, like that's what the person was telling me. You go to Arise Fashion Week or GT Bank Fashion Week, and then people admire, vlog, do everything, but then they don't buy.
It doesn't turn to revenue.
It does not. I'm just,
And that's honestly because there's not enough disposable income.
yes.
Even everybody standing on the gram and stuff, there's not enough disposable income for things that are not necessities.
Yeah.
To the average person in Nigeria, even to celebrities.
Yeah.
if this person
It's a struggle.
is doing exactly the same thing I'm doing, that has the same company that I plan on getting, is not making that much money, then what's the point of me staying here to do the same thing?
Exactly.
But
I don't be discouraged.
planning on starting another company, my hair company, in the next 2 months. I've come to realize that no, I don't want to have a company solely based in Nigeria, and I'll much rather be running a company from outside Nigeria because it makes more sense like that. Nigeria is a nice place.
That was like, it's like a problem. Well, it's like last time. It's not a bad place, but I did. It's like run. Insert quick compliments. Continue ranting. Bad. If anybody comes for you, like, it's like, I see what you did there, sis. That's it.
I came back with so much fun. You don't understand, I enjoyed Nigeria already. I was like, I don't want
To be honest, at least
so much easier to spend money in
you
Nigeria.
even like your social network was still there. All the people that were like, all the people I was counting on, like, oh, my best friend is here, we always turn up and everything. It's only like 2 of them that have actually really made out time to hang out. Like, I have one best friend, I don't even know where she lives.
Yeah,
I had to, yes, here in Lagos. And I was, in my head, I was like, oh, my friends are in Lagos, so it won't be a struggle. To be honest, moving back to Lagos has been the same for me as when I moved to Kuwait or when I moved to Dubai. I had to build my social life all over again, like, because the people you're thinking, oh, my friends are there and everything, everybody is busy and stressed out. It's not that they don't want to be there for you. They are busy and stressed. Lagos is a stressful place, so you can't even hold it against them.
I was thinking it was going to be much easier. But YouTube
I
has
had a whole episode of YouTube struggles.
That was
frustrating. Vlogging in Nigeria is an extreme sport. Because getting to do
Girl, this one as in, oh my god, sis. Like it's been so frustrating. I used to put videos at least 4 times in a week when I was away. Here, I've had to limit it to weekends. I can only record. Oh god, as in, then the internet. Hey god, I've used 24 hours to actually upload one video like today. 24 hours. So like when it comes to YouTube struggles, I was just like you have to be extremely dedicated to your audience to keep posting content in Nigeria, and that's fact.
If not, you give up.
Honestly, if not, you just be like, it's not even worth it because it's a struggle to be a YouTuber in Nigeria. That's fact.
And then, like I said, an average Nigerian is getting 90,000
It was emotional like that.
per month. These people cannot afford to use their data to be watching your video.
Yes. You consider how much data you have on your phone. Then the internet will now not be fast. You won't enjoy the experience. Like
There were times I would leave the house at 9 a.m., come back around 4 a.m. the next day, and it was just
Things that were
crazy.
delayed
And
and-
the money was back.
Like,
The Nigeria does not even pay well.
that kind of shit, you'll be thinking, oh, they'll pay you like up to maybe
you think you make like
$100.
I was reading one post on Instagram. I can't remember what the original post was, but I was reading the comment section and then somebody said something which really hit home. And the person said, the way Nigeria is set up in such a way that people are meant to be average.
Oh yes.
Nigeria is not set up for you to be great.
And do you know that they accept it?
Yes, exactly.
Someone was like, look at you, just go and manage life. You think I want to manage like that? Are you okay?
Who wants to?
I actually want to do like things, big things.
Do you
we are
about this
comfortable
conversation?
managing.
We are. It's.
And like last person won't die.
Do you understand? Well, that's it for this video because I especially could really go on and on, and I really don't want to because I feel like it will bring the gouts of emotions that I'm not willing to feel right now. So that's it for this video, guys. If you like this video, don't forget to. I feel like I don't feel like
That just made me so solemn. Like I'm just.
Do you understand? Just put me in a mood, and I don't want to close the video. I'll see you guys later. Bye.
Bye.